So I'm sitting in my car because it's cold outside, but I just thought I'm doing a 1 month update on the flip house. We have been in it about a month. I'm minusing some days because of all the holidays and everything we've had to work around. So up front here, we did add that new screen door on the front. I've done a lot of the cleaning when it was still warmer on the windows, especially on the inside. And then a huge limb fell down during a really windy day. So that fell down here in the front of the house. So that kind of took up a couple of days. And then some painting here at the back door. And then all of those window wells, those plastic window wells, I spent days scraping those window wells because they used 2 different glues. Then the glues didn't work. So they finally screwed them into the siding, which was fine. But it was forever scraping those windows. That took days. And then you can see the little hose, you know, the spigot or whatever right there. We did have a plumber come in and he did shut off valves and everything on the inside, and then added a better, more weather resistant when it's cold and freezing, because it was dripping a little bit out here. So he fixed that as well. We've done some work inside the garage. We found some things that were hidden. When you're buying a house as is, you are going to come upon some surprises. So we had to fix 2 of the windows and some other things inside the garage that we didn't know about. They were easy fixes, thank goodness. But that's just something that we didn't know we had to fix until we were taking things apart in the garage. And then things started falling down. So just around the windows and stuff. So we got those fixed as well. I'm trying to stay back here in this corner, but we removed the stove vent that we're getting a new one there, and there was some wallpaper still back there. So I scraped that. Everything has been painted, and the electrical outlets that we could change and the switches we've done. There are a couple of things that we do have to have an electrician come and just kind of like, this isn't working and where does this go to? Just those kinds of questions. So we are waiting to hear back from them. Every window, so some of the windows we found out are not working. So there are mechanisms you can get to fix the windows. So we're just not waiting on those. We just haven't done that yet. We know that they can be fixed. So we need to tackle that at some point. It's the last of our worries right now because it's winter. None of the windows need to be open. But when I tell you how bad these windows were, and not even just this house, nobody's lived in for a while. And the person before this didn't clean ever, I don't think. But it wasn't even just the windows themselves, but actually around the windows. I'm gonna walk into the living room. So like I said, the paint is all done, which is nice. Nice to have that done. The flooring, obviously, we are ready for it. So that will be kind of one of our next things that we do. But when I say the windows were bad, it was like this white, you know, around the windows had Scotch tape, but paint from like years of paint. It's like they just took a brush and was like this with it, and it was everywhere. So these look so much better. Just the cleaning that we've done just makes things look so good. So I have 1 window left to do, but those have taken me days. Like I start one and it's like, I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. Like just one of those projects that you just kind of are like, okay, I'm ready for this to be done. Along with that in here, another thing I wanted to say is, I don't know why. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. I am so sorry. I did that for the garage and I was wondering why it was like that. So one thing is we are not, you know, flipping this to sell it right away. So we are flipping it and we are going to rent it out when we get it done. But so all of these walls, when I say, you know, it hasn't been lived in, and then the person before, he just did not clean at all. Every wall had to be cleaned before it could even be primed and painted. And, you know, we really took our time on that because if you're renting it out, the person that's going to have to come in here and like repaint, it's us, right? If you're selling a house, somebody can come in and repaint and change the colors and all that. But That's going to be us. So we really wanted to prep and prime and paint and, you know, really, really well. And the amount of dirt, I'm telling you, on the walls alone, I don't know. I don't understand it at all. So that took some extra time. The painting, you know, a couple people have said, how is it going? We're painting. And it's not a huge house by any means, but it's needed a lot of paint. And paint is one of the most inexpensive things you can use and do. And it gives you the biggest bang for your buck. Does that make sense? Like it's the biggest change. So that's definitely taken up a lot of our time. So here, it just doesn't look like these windows in here, I'm telling you, they look brand new. The amount of cleaning and I haven't even cleaned the outside of the windows because we got this in the colder months. And then when we did get like a warmer day, we were trying to do some other things that were more important to do, you know, before the winter set in. So yeah, just again, more paint. Here's some electrical things that we've got questions about that we're going to ask the electrician. We're going to work on, I think, new knobs on all the doors, except for the exterior doors, because those are all new. I just didn't know what that noise was. We put those on as soon as we got it. This vent, we will take this off and clean it and spray paint it to make it look better. When you opened that, even if you may have this in your own home, open these and clean them. Take a shop vac down in there. We were able to get the shop vac all the way down there, and there was so much dust and stuff in there. We cleaned that all out. So that was just something good to do. This bedroom, this electrical was giving us a little bit of a fuss, but we got it all figured out. So this is all done. We're just waiting on flooring pretty much in here. New doorknob maybe. Toilet. Same thing in here. The windows, I just got done with these two, and then I did the kitchen window. So again, took me forever. Still need to clean the outsides of them, but they are so much better inside here. I think we are going to add curtain rods to all the windows so that nobody is just the things that they had above the windows. Like some of them were blinds, some of them were, I want to put them in and then they can change the curtains, but the rods and everything are already taken care of. Okay, I'm just noticing something. Okay, so the bathroom, we've got it painted. This we are going to get new mirrors for, hopefully. I would like to just keep this here. It's in the wall. I just don't want to take it down. We will get a new light fixture. And then we'll do flooring, new vanity, toilet goes there, obviously. You can see what I'm working on right now. Like today, this is what I'm working on. The amount of different kinds of caulk that he used inside this tub, the surround, I'm taking all of that off. So all of this, you can kind of tell where I have and haven't been. I don't know what he was using. So we're just going to take it all off, and then we will go ahead and re-caulk, and it'll just be so much better. Like that's not even like caulked right. And there is a small leak in the basement when we turn this on. So that's something that a plumber will be coming to fix. I think we're going to have to get a new fridge. So the fridge goes over there, obviously. And this one, it's brand new. We're going to keep it. It's not, we're going to figure it out. We may have another project, another house to do. So we can use it. But it's just, this one is so big, they didn't measure. And so you can't fully open this door. So we need a much smaller fridge, and we'll be doing baseboards everywhere. The trim has to go in. We fixed the side of this cabinet that was not great, and it looks amazing now. I just love it when my dad's not able to help us anymore. And so these easy fixes that we're figuring out on our own, it's like we can do it. It may take us a little bit longer, but just so exciting. So this brand new fridge we'll be saving and maybe using on another project. This we still have to remove and get a new one. We are getting new countertops, but we salvaged these. You can't tell now, because the floors are so bad. They weren't this bad when we got here and we thought we were going to salvage them. We actually thought that it was real tile. It's not. So these, we're not going to keep these. So since we're not keeping them, we have not been careful on them. So just dragging things in and out, they're really dirty and just, you know, not great. But the insides of these cabinets, every single one of them, the drawers and the cabinets, they're in pristine condition. So we've been talking about, you know, lining the shelves maybe in the cabinets and maybe putting something in here just to keep them good. But it took days and days, at least a week of cleaning these cabinets. And then I did put like a finish over them as well. So I wrote a blog post about how I did that. So that's definitely, you can check that out on the website. Okay, so let's go downstairs. I think the last time I did an update, I couldn't open the door for the basement. So here is the basement and what we have gotten done, or where we're at. We have hired somebody that's going to come in and is going to drywall this wall, this wall, this wall, and this wall. So these are just like the poured concrete, you know, the basement walls. They will then update and do all of the electrical on these 4 walls. And then we will be ready to paint down here, you know, patch up anything we need to patch up. And then we will be putting carpet down the stairs and then in here and in here. This does have a door on it. It's a non-conforming bedroom. We don't want it used as a bedroom. It's a 3-bedroom house. So, you know, whatever. We took out the closet stuff that they had in here. You know, it'd be a great place for like an office. That's what we're calling it. We've got different names for each room in the house so that when we're talking about it, we know, we know which room we're talking about it. So we've been calling this the office. This would be an amazing space. You know, I think about what we did in our house for Gabrielle's little, where she can do art and stuff. This would be perfect for that. The linoleum wall still gets me. But so we've taken out, you can see we've taken out all the trim. It was just patched together, just horrible. And so we just we took off all the trim around the windows and all of that. There was a shelf here, if you remember. We just wanted to get it all ready for the drywallers so that when they come in, they can just, you know, quickly just be ready to go. So we did get a dryer that's just randomly in here. And then I'm so excited about the progress back here. So we can't really do anything in here until the drywallers are done. So let me turn on this light. So if you remember, this is where the washer and dryer go. So this was like just a yellow wall and hasn't been painted since probably the house was built. And it was just dinged up. So we just put a fresh coat of paint on it and we painted this tile floor. Looks so much better. We are going to do a couple more coats of tile paint on this floor just to make sure it's super, super durable. I thought about painting this, but I mean, if we were selling it, I would paint that, but it's fine. But it looks so good. And then this is what we're calling the weight room. Super funny. Landon called it the weight room because he said, well, if I lived here, he's like, I could put some weights or something back here. So this weight room, again, paint is your friend. A good cleaning everywhere. And then we painted the floor, painted the walls, a fresh coat of paint. So yeah, I mean, it looks so much better in here. We will change out those outlets, change out the outlet here. I'm so proud of this bathroom. I hope you will go back and see what this bathroom looked like. I swear every flip we've had, it's always the basement bathroom, and this is not completely done. So like I said, I'm just showing you 1 month in. It's just Matt and I working on this. We both work full time. So I really want to give you a realistic look of what it looks like, how the process goes when it's not, a TV crew with 100 workers working on it. So we added the new floor in here. This is actually some flooring we had left over from our house, and we had enough. We have 1 box left over. We had enough to do this. We kind of trimmed out these pipes that have to be here, right? Like it's nothing we were going to cover, but we just kind of trimmed them out so they looked more, it just looked better down there. where it met the floor. We added new base trim. Obviously, we painted, found this mirror at Goodwill, put that up. I'm going to put a curtain up. This is the only window in the basement that they didn't replace. The whole house, they have newer windows, and this one wasn't replaced, but that's fine. It's totally fine. So I will put a curtain in front of that window. And then we added that back there. We're going to add something for towels here. That's the shower. Haven't done anything there. And then, yeah, just a fresh coat of paint. We will add, obviously, something for toilet paper and maybe a shelf or something here too. But this bathroom, it was a scary bathroom. And it just looks, I don't know. It's the basement bathrooms that I never want to go in when we have these flip projects. And then it's like the one room in every project we've had that I'm so super proud of, because we weren't working with much. It was a scary place, but with just some new flooring, fresh paint, just kind of finishing out a couple of things, a new mirror. And then, like I said, we'll add some other things. It just looks so good. So good for a basement bathroom. So let me turn off that light. I kind of don't want to walk on this floor much. Matt will be here tonight to paint that. So yeah, I'm super excited to have them drywall. This is not cheap. Drywalling is, if you know how to do it, that's amazing. It's nothing that we wanted to tackle. We will do a lot, but drywalling and then, finishing it and all of that, we just wanted to leave to somebody that knows how to do it. And we knew that was going to be a big chunk of our budget, but we just know that it's going to make a big difference in this house. One thing that we haven't had to get yet is a dumpster. We may at some point, but all the flooring was removed from the house. So that was super, I was grateful for that. We didn't have to, have the fee of that dumping and then do all that work of getting all the flooring out, but just new carpet down here. We will be painting all this paneling. If you saw one of our earlier flips, I think it's just there was 2 flips. Painting this paneling, like it's not the best paneling, but it looks like shiplap. Well, you can kind of see here. They put up paneling here, and they had this painted, but there was like black marks all over it. I just had some leftover paint on my primer roller one day, so I just rolled the primer on there quick, and even that, it's not even fully done. It just looks so much better, but it kind of looks like, vertical shiplap, so that's definitely what we will do here. When we were talking to the drywall people, they're like, yeah, we can drywall all of that, but your cost is going to go up substantially because of, all of the cuts. And I totally understood that. And I wanted them to be honest with me. And that's just not a cost we're going to put into the place right now. These other outside walls, like I shared, will be perfect. And this space will come together so well just by drywalling and then painting and adding some carpet down here. So that's it. That's how far we've come in a month. If you have any questions, about the process, please let me know. I love answering your questions. And if there's another video you'd like to see or me to show you something, please let me know as well, because I'd be happy to do that as well.